Hello folks and welcome back to Shogun Total War. I am Kanastip and this is going to be the part 3 of the historical campaign for Tokugawa Ieyasu. And this is a battle that's actually a duplicate battle from the original set of battles that were, the historical battles that were shipped with this game. And it probably was the best battle of that set of battles, which isn't saying much. It was okay. It was fun, I suppose, the first time I played it. But I think that that battle was one of the reasons why I started doing these videos this way, where it's a reaction during my first time playing these battles, just because I felt like the first time I played that battle was fun, but then playing again, on camera, or not on camera, I wasn't using it on camera, but recording it again for a second time, it wasn't as fun and it wasn't as exciting because I already knew what was going to happen. I knew how to beat the battle. So I'm really hoping that this isn't the same battle. That would be kind of disappointing if they just kind of put in the same battle again. Hopefully they designed this one a little bit differently. Looking at the armies down here, I'm not optimistic. This looks like the exact same army that I had in that previous battle. So already I'm a little bit nervous. So let me read about this to you and tell you about what's going on here. So Takeda Shingen met the Tokugawa army at Mikata Hara when he moved against the fortress of Hamamatsu. The battle, fought in the snow and late in the day, was one-sided affair as Ieyasu's forces were heavily outnumbered. That said, it was the Tokugawa army that attacked first, but Takeda Shingen calmly pulled his tired soldiers back and sent in fresh men. Then, the Tokugawa clan came under heavy pressure as the fighting progressed. Ieyasu was forced to set up his personal standard as a rallying point for his soldiers. Retreat towards Hamamatsu seemed like the only option. A fighting retreat is never the easiest of battles to conduct, but there's a little chance of winning a toe-to-toe slugging match with the Takeda army. You'll need to hurt the Takeda forces to keep them from overrunning your forces, but you'll also need to keep the bulk of your army intact. Above all, Tokugawa Ieyasu must survive the battle. That sounds exactly like the original version of this battle, so let's see. Conditions. In reality, Tokugawa's army was defeated and he was lucky to escape with his life, but can you master the terrain and succeed where Tokugawa Ieyasu failed? Defeat Takeda's army, Ieyasu must survive. Okay. So yes, my army is my daimyo, of course, but then also Yari Samurai and then some Naginata infantry. So 2 units of Naginata infantry and the rest of it's just going to be Yari Samurai. So pretty boring stuff, right? Now, it is a natural counter to cavalry, so that's a good thing. In the original battle, I simply just had to retreat to a forested region and hold up there on a hill and just weather the storm. And that worked out okay, but it is kind of a crazy situation to be in the first time you play this battle, because you're immediately attacked from all around. You're kind of surrounded and you have to kind of get out of there. And in any case, let's just kind of get into it and you'll see for yourself how they did this one. Yeah, it's looking exactly the same to me. So the way it's going to be, there's going to be an entire Takeda army right here as I press begin battle. And, they're going to overrun me because there's going to be also Takeda forces coming from this side as well. And it's going to be up to me to kind of get back to this forest way in the back. Not this one, but there's a forest way in the back even further that's a little bit on a hill that I can hopefully get to. Now, I think I do have forces that are back there on that hill, and I need to kind of retreat back to them and try to get as many, guys from this army back to that hill as possible. And that is going to be a challenge. I think that the Naginata right off the bat are going to have to be sacrificed just because they do have that heavy armor and, high morale, high defense. They're kind of the ideal unit for holding back forces. Unfortunately for them, that's going to suck because, they are going to get killed to the last man. Also, because of the heavy armor and it's in the wintertime, it's snowy. Naginata units are heavy cav units, or not heavily armored units, tire quickly in the snow. So making that long trek all the way back to the other side of the map is not going to be ideal for them. Sorry, guys, but you are probably going to die to the Takeda Shingen's army. Now, the question is going to be, do I support them with any units of Yari Samurai? The spears are actually going to do a decent job of killing horses, and they will help the Naginata hold for a little bit longer. But yes, that is going to be the question. How many units of Yari Samurai do I kind of sacrifice to hold the line while I try to get as many units as I can back to, the rear area? So, I don't know. I'm not going to group anyone. I'm just going to select everyone right now and then begin battle and then just immediately turn them around, have them start running, And what do I need to do? Like, they're gonna come on, probably do Naginata here, and then do I have... Yeah, Naginata here. So you go here, and then you go here, try to hold them back. And then... Yeah, you guys try to stop here. And then on this side, yeah, you keep going here, and then run, and then you go here, and then run. Daimyo, just keep going all the way back, and you can run all the way back. Let's see, on this side, yep, turn around here. You may as well turn around and fight. And if I can get these guys away, that would be good. And yeah, just keep marching, marching, marching as quickly as possible. So here, you're gonna have to hold them off. And then you guys just keep on going. Just keep on trucking. Keep on going. Let's see if I can get as many units as I can back here. And then, yeah, you guys go here. And then you guys just have to keep on going as well. And then how are we doing? So we are holding them off. Like, this is encouraging, right? Like, Yari Samurai, they're holding off all this heavy cav, and they're doing a decent job of it, right? And then on this side, you know, one unit of Yari Samurai holding off all of these Naginata cav, actually taking quite a dent out of them as well. And yeah, my Naginata are still holding. They're fighting almost, like, it looks like they're fighting to the death, so bless their hearts. I might have to sacrifice another unit of Yari Samurai over on this side to hold off these Naginata cav, or maybe these Naginata cav. And then, yeah, my Daimyo just has to keep going back to the rear. Hopefully I do have units back. Is it here? I think it's up here, yeah. I think that's where I should have units coming in on that side. So it's just going to be a question at this point of seeing how many more guys can I save. So what do I have left? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Yari Samurai. It's looking like I might have to sacrifice 2 more units just to get 3 back to that forest. That might be where we're at here. Or man, if that unit of Naginata cav kept on coming to that forest, they could get surrounded and killed by my Yari Samurai. That would have been actually kind of nice. But at this point, I mean, yeah, you guys go in here, hold them off. And then you just keep going. Like, get away from them. Don't have to fight if you don't have to. Just keep going here and get into the forest. And then, yeah, Daimyo, get in there. And then, guys, I know you're tired. I know you're running in the wintertime, but, like, just keep going. And, yeah, these guys, again, they're going to do a decent job here. Naginata cav are going to be taking a lot of damage. You know, the spears are going to, you know, they're going to fight. They're going to fight above their weight, for sure, but poor guys are eventually going to get, yeah, run down. They're going to get overwhelmed here. But if I can get 4 units of spearmen back to this forest, that can be very, very good for me. Now let's start getting these guys in this forest grouped up. Or not grouped up, but just like set up. Because the guys that just ran pretty much across the entire map, I don't necessarily want them to be the first ones fighting in the battle, right? Because they're going to be exhausted. So if I can get these guys who should be fresh on my front lines, that's going to be ideal. So what do I have? 5 more units of spears back here? Yeah, you know, that's not a ton, but hopefully that's going to be enough here. So let's kind of get these guys here. Make sure they stay in the trees, stay in the forest. For those of you who don't know, cav fighting in the forest are going to be facing a debuff, like a melee debuff. They don't fight as well in the forest. So cav fighting spears in the forest is just a nightmare matchup for cavalry. You never want them to be doing that. Doesn't matter if it's heavy cav, Naginata cav, like you do not want that to happen. And yeah, it looks like, so my guys are quite tired here. Yari cav coming in, these are the fast cav units. They can do a decent job against infantry, but not against, I mean, they can do a decent job against cavalry is what I meant to say. But, ooh man, these guys are, they're right on the edge, and I might need these spears to come down here to help out. Yeah, because these guys, their cav are coming in. They're not going to give me any time to get set up here. And you know what? That's okay. Let's just kind of get in here. Yep, okay, there we go. So now they're backing off, and that's good. They're backing off here, and let's get my spears forming a nice defensive perimeter around this forest. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, I lost a unit of Yari Samurai. Oh gosh, I didn't command them. Oh no, that sucks. So I only got 3 units of Yari Samurai back to the forest. And they were right there where I didn't have eyes on. Oh god, that's such a bummer. Okay, well, I still think I'll be able to... I think I'll be able to hold out. You know, I have enough spears in the forest, so... Oh man, that's a bummer. Poor guys. They were just standing right there waiting to be told to go into the forest. Like, sorry. I'm sorry. Alright, we got Naginata Cav, and yeah, they're incoming, but we have spears. We're about ready to take this position right here. And yeah, let's just kind of make sure that I have guys all around here. Do they have Cav archers? Yes, they do. Yeah, and that's going to be really annoying for me to face as well, because I'm going to be basically forced to, like, anytime guys are getting shot by archers. Luckily, I do have the force, which can mitigate a lot of damage from the archers. But, ooh, and here's the general right here. He used Takeda Shingen, so, yeah, let's get into him. Let's send in my reserves to help fight against Takeda Shingen. Looks like they're coming up around the rear, so let's make sure that my daimyo is safe in the middle so that he does not die. And then let's make sure that my guys are facing this way so that we can fight those Yari Cav. And yeah, Takeda Shingen is right in the battle here. And yeah, they're snaking their guys into my lines. So let's bring... Yep, Takeda Shingen's dead. That's it. He's dead now. And the Takeda army is going to be facing a huge morale hit. And that's really big for us, because Takeda Shingen, I'm guessing, is a great general. I'm assuming he is in this battle as well. But yeah, at this point, this is where my army really starts to turn the tide here. Takeda Shingen is dead, and it's just going to be a matter of holding off the waves of forces coming in. And do not pursue. Get back into the forest. It's very, very important that you guys get back into the forest. Oh, we do have some Yari Cav trying to sneak into the back. And it looks like they are trying to assassinate my daimyo. So let's make sure that we get our spears to kind of turn around and face off against these Yari Cav here. And then let's get the rest of our spears back up here as well. And yeah, we should be able to... Yeah, they're running away. And they're going to be running away straight through my army. So that entire unit of Yari Cav probably should die here. And then we still have some forces on this side coming in. Let's see, we have some heavy cav archers. Yeah, if we could break those cav archers and force them to retreat back through my lines, that would be ideal. Because if I just have to stand in this forest and take shots from cav archers, that's going to be a little bit tricky, but I think it'll still be manageable. So let's make sure my guys stay in the forest. Stay in the forest. We cannot let this enemy draw us out of the forest. We do have a little bit of a skirmish back here between my Yari Samurai and then their heavy cav. So let's send over another unit just to help out. I only have 44 men, and then they have an entire like 95 man unit of heavy cav. And then they do have archers shooting at me from above as well. So let's make sure I shore up any issues there, and then let's make sure that my front is covered as well. They did try to slip some Yari Cav into the cracks here on this side, but it looks like I was able to get a unit of Yari Samurai over to this side in time. So let's get you formed up in a line here. And that's what this battle's all about. It's all about constantly readjusting your lines to make sure that all of your angles are covered, so that because they're going to keep trying to slip in a unit to get a little flanking or rear charge in. And they're going to continue to try to do that over and over again. Because as you can see, like my units over on this side, they're doing pretty well. They're doing pretty well at fighting back this entire unit. This huge unit of heavy cav, it's a really expensive, good unit of cavalry. And what else, what other good, melee cav units do they have? Some Naginata Cav here, yeah, 100-man unit of Naginata Cav here. And what else do they have? Let's see, I'm seeing Cav Archers. Yari Samurai, 35-man unit of heavy Cav. Cav Archers. Is there another unit of heavy Cav in here? I can't quite tell, but I may have gotten rid of a lot of their, really heavy hitters. And what might be left at this point might just be Ashigaru and light Cav with just a couple more units of powerful killing Cav left. We've just had a huge break on pretty much almost the entire army here, and we didn't really have to do much. So at this point, now that we have a lot of space, but we are still getting shot at by these Cav Archers up here, what I want to do, because this is probably going to keep on breaking and running away for a while. So while I'm getting shot at, so my daimyo's getting shot at, so I can't let that happen. I need you guys to come over on this side and try to get out of range of the enemy Cav Archers, because I cannot lose Tokugawa Ieyasu or else I lose this battle. And now that they're shooting, they switch their shooting, or they're targeting to another unit, So I look down here and I see the unit that has the red card with the arrows on it. So they're shooting at him, right? So put him in loose formation to make sure that they waste their arrows a little bit more. And then they might switch to, yep, so they switch to another unit, right? Now it's him. So switch, now put him in loose formation. And this is how you handle these battles, where if you're kind of just stuck in a forest getting shot at by cav archers and you can't reach out and actually like stop them because you don't have any cav of your own, then just keep switching units to loose formation and close formation depending on who's getting shot at. The thing is, you don't want all of your units to be in close formation or loose formation, because what happens is that unit that's going to be in close formation is taking a... Who else is getting shot? Is it you? Yeah, so put you in loose formation. The units that are in loose formation are going to be taking a -2 morale hit just from being in loose formation. And so you don't want them to always be like that. You want them to be like that only when they're getting shot. However, if they're in loose formation when they get charged by a unit of cavalry, let's say even if they're in the forest, they can take a lot of damage. So you have to make sure that you really juggle your forces. And when they're not getting shot at anymore, put them back into close formation like this. And this is why these battles are very tedious, but it's really important to do these things. Otherwise, you can actually lose a battle because cav archers do enough damage to you. You might not think it's possible because you think you're in a forest, but man, you're waiting out a battle, even if you're playing with a battle timer on, like which I usually do. There's no battle timer in this battle, but you know, if you're playing in a campaign and you're thinking like, oh, it's okay, I'll just like outlast the battle timer. There's times when cav archers have shot me down in a forest, and it's like, damn, like that's all right, that's it. I just lost the battle because they weakened me so much that they sent their cav archers in, and then my guys just ran away and broke, and that's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but it's also like it's my fault when that happens because you have to do your due diligence and keep looking around. So who's getting shot at now? He's in close formation. Put him in loose. You know, what about this guy? Who's getting shot at now? So it's this unit back here. They're getting shot at, so put them in loose. And then switch back around. Are they getting shot at? So you can always look down here. And so the highlighted unit, this is the unit that's in loose formation. They're not getting shot at anymore, so put them in close formation. And just keep switching back and forth and, you know, keeping an eye on everyone. You might be thinking, without a battle timer, how am I going to win this? Well, my understanding is that either they're going to have to keep charging in again and again and again. I don't have to leave this forest. They can keep charging in and out until they finally break off the field. Or what happens is that they run out of ammunition, and then I think that the cav archers are sort of forced to charge in as well. And that obviously is not going to go well for them. And then eventually there will be a final break. Eventually. But it's going to take a little bit of time until we get there. Now we do have 100 cav archers fighting a unit of 38 of my spearmen in the forest. And you know what? I don't even think I'm going to reinforce these guys because, I mean, I guess I could bring over this unit of 25 spearmen to reinforce. But yeah, that's the thing. 38 spearmen are going to beat back an entire unit of 100 cav archers in the forest easily. Like, easily. So let's just keep looking around. These guys can go back in close formation. And just keep looking around. Let's see, are you guys getting shot at? Yes, you still are getting shot at. So, how many cav archers units are left? Just that one unit? Okay, so that might be it. Because we're fighting this guy. Oop, don't leave. Even though you probably can still be cav archers out in the open. Let's not leave the forest. Let's just stay in here and let them come to me. Looks like they're going to be gathering their forces on this side of the hill and looking like might be wanting to come in, but yeah, there's no one else on this side. Eventually, they're going to have to make their move because the onus is on them. I'm not leaving this goddamn forest, that's for sure. So let's put you back in close formation. And yeah, my daimyo is still pretty well guarded, I'd say. And yeah, they're going to have to come in eventually and make their final move. But yeah, looks like they're amassing their troops on this side. And if I need to, I can always bring over this unit over. Maybe tighten you up a little bit, bring you in a little bit. And then bring my daimyo in to make sure that he remains covered. And it looks like they're sending into the Yari Samurai. So of course this unit I will not have a bonus against. So it's going to be important that I face these guys here. And then, let's bring down this unit of 37 Yari Samurai to collapse in on the flank. And I'll leave these 25 Yari Samurai to kind of hold back these cav archers here. And then if we can break these... Yep, they're already running away. So that's going to be it for them. And once they've ran away, I mean, even if their infantry is not going to like face me in the forest, then what chance do their cavalry have? And that might be it. The cav archers are now running away. Let's make sure that just in case, let's put the rest of my guys back in the forest, just in case there is another regrouping from the enemy. Yep, you guys can go back as well. Go back into the forest. And let's see them off. Are they running away? It looks like their heavy cav is still staying. He hasn't run away yet. Yeah, there might be another regrouping here. Never mind, that looks like that should be it here. So it looks like they're going to be piecing out, and hopefully that's going to be it for this battle. And I gotta say, it's pretty disappointing that, I mean, if they're going to do the same battle, then at least create a different scenario, perhaps, or just don't include it at all. The Tokugawa Ieyasu historical campaign didn't require 6 battles. The Oda Nobunaga campaign only had 3 battles, so it wasn't like a numbers thing. They didn't need to put this in here. And, you know, like, what was the point? I guess it's just the battle was fun enough to play, I guess, the first time I won it, which I might have won it on my second attempt, I suppose. And then I recorded it for the first time for this channel, and then of course there's this time I'm recording it just because I'm kind of a completionist, I suppose. And yeah, I mean, obviously if you watched my first battle, you didn't have to watch this. There's nothing different. Maybe I talked a little bit more about different strategies. Maybe you learned a little bit more about fighting in the forest, perhaps. So maybe there's something that you could have learned from this. I don't know. Maybe not. I gotta say, overall, so far I have been pretty disappointed with the battles. The three battles that I've played so far in the Tokugawa Ieyasu campaign. A far cry from the battles that I played in the Mongol campaign and then the Oda Nobunaga campaign. I liked 2 of those 3, and then I liked 3 of the 4 Mongol battles. But for the Tokugawa Ieyasu battles so far, the first one was too easy. The second one had a really cool beginning, but then it got grindy when you had to get into the castle. And then for this one, it's just a repeat battle that may have been fun the first time I beat it, but then this is my 4th time, at least my 4th time playing it. So it's like kind of tedious for sure. So it was exciting to play in the first time I won it. It was because I didn't know if my beleaguered men could actually hold out against the hordes of cavalry, because there's so many of them, right? But then once you find out that they're just gonna like break and come back and break and come back, the general dies right away. It's kind of like the Nagashino battle where you play it that one time and you're like, oh cool, that was really fun. But then you play it four times and it's like, all right, I get it, they're gonna run away, their morale sucks. Like, okay, I don't have to beat all of those cav units. They will run away eventually. So it's a little bit tedious once you're waiting for that to happen. So there's going to be 3 more battles left for the Tokugawa Ieyasu campaign. Hopefully it picks up a little bit and we get some more fun ones in here, because that's what I'm looking forward to. But in the meantime, I've been Kinda Sep, and this has been Shogun Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.